way to step out of your comfort zone
I was going to say anything.
and to explore a new country.
But with all the perks and privileges of a great vacation abroad, it's important to be alert and stay informed. Here with more on the safest way to get out of town, Brad Martin, founder of Anywhere Anytime Journeys, joins us specifically to talk about all this stuff we've heard about the DR, the Dominican Republic. What in the world is going on there?
Well, this isn't the first time this has happened. About 3 years ago, I think it was in 2016, the same thing happened in Mexico. And if my memory serves me right, I'm getting older, my memory is not as good as it used to be. If my memory serves me right, it was in Cancun. And they had a very similar thing where tourists were having sickness and passing away. And this is the reason I thought, you know what, this is a good topic. Talk about safety when you travel. When you go to all-inclusive, one thing I tell people is don't get the no-name brand alcohol. If you're going to have something, ask for the top shelf. Some of your all-inclusives do have top shelves. And if you're asking for a gin and tonic, don't ask for a gin and tonic. Ask for a Tanqueray and tonic. And also ask them to put bottled water in there. Because even like if you're in Dominican Republic, the water is like Mexico. It's not safe right out of the tap.
Like the water I get, but you're saying like cheaper alcohols could be part of what's making you sick?
Right now they're doing an investigation, and they think that the problem in DR, they're not 100% sure, is tainted alcohol. But you think about this, okay, years ago when I lived in LA, I wouldn't date myself now, but one New Year's Eve, I sent somebody, because I was making margaritas for everybody, I sent them to Ralph's to get alcohol. I needed some more tequila. He went to the generic aisle and got tequila, and everybody afterwards got sick. I mean, it's because it's not the same, not sick like we're talking now, but it's not the same quality of alcohol. So.
It might be a little tainted, too.
I had no idea.
But then, you know, but what my thought is, what companies are doing, it's all inclusive. So if people don't ask for top shelf, they're going to give you what they can get the best cheap. You got it.
Yeah.
Of course.
So I think also when you're traveling, common sense also needs to be, you know, a factor.
It is. And, you know, we're in a different lifestyle now. In fact, there's a lot of crimes no matter where you go. So when you're traveling, your passport is very important to you. Make sure you leave your passport in your room in the safe along with your extra cash. Only take enough money for the day, as well as for ID, take your driver's license. Because your driver's license, if you lose that abroad, you're okay. But if you lose your passport...
Yeah, what are you going to do?
Right.
Call
what about
you.
Safety and things like at night? I mean, I know around here we're so used to walking to our cars after being out at a restaurant late at night or whatever, and it's not generally a problem. But when you get into some other countries, that may or may not be the case.
Well, use the same common sense if you're in Chicago. If you're in Chicago and you're a back alley, you really don't want to be there.
Just sprint.
Yeah, exactly.
Wherever it is you're going, just bolt.
So it's the same thing when you're in a foreign country. You don't want to be in unlit places. And the other thing, this is something that people do all the time, is walk on the beach late at night. Well, who's doing that is the tourists. The locals don't. And they know that the tourists are there. And that's another place that you could get robbed or other
The Loch
things.
Ness Monster could get you.
Exactly.
You got some tips on when it comes to renting a car?
Yes, renting a car, there's a lot of tips. One thing is, I'm going to go through a lot of different. One thing is, take a picture with your camera on your phone so you remember what your license plate is. Because when you rent a car, you don't know, you forget. Yep. The other thing is, make sure you park it in a lidded and safe environment. When you're abroad, I usually don't say this in the United States, but when you're abroad, I also suggest getting insurance, because people know that you're a tourist and they will damage your car. And so when you go to return your car, you might have things that you wouldn't have here. But there's a lot, there's a lot of other things too with renting.
I haven't driven in a lot of other countries, but I have been a passenger in a lot of other countries, and they are nuts when they drive in so many different places. I don't know that I'd even feel comfortable behind a wheel in a lot of them.
Yeah.
That's why that insurance comes in handy, I suppose.
That is. And like when for example, Ireland, last year I had some clients and their car was all beat up. And when they got it, and they were marked it not beat up. So, but fortunately they had insurance and they didn't get charged. But there's some scams like that going out there. So.
Yeah, all right. Well, there's your travel safety tips popping up there one more time. Great tips. And if anybody has any questions about their upcoming vacay, Brad Martin, he's the guy.
Thanks, Brad.
Thanks.
We will connect you with more details at ciLiving.tv. Back now in the